Okay, take a gander at the corner pentagonal tank. You see the three sides in the front and then there's two on either side. And that's the last time you're going to see that in my updates because we had a little problem last week. Got up in the middle of the night to find the carpet near the tank sloshing in water. And in panic mode, a third of this 46-gallon tank had emptied itself slowly onto the floor. And so at 2 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the morning, my wife Pam and I were busy catching fish, taking all the structures out of here, taking all the plants out of here, and essentially trying to find out where the leak was. I had hoped it was just siphoning off one of the air stones, but as it turned out, it wasn't. It was cracked right in the bottom someplace, and so we worked hard until about 3:30. Had all the fish put in a liner for a summer fish pond we had, which my wife quickly set on top of a towel in our dining room, and we caught the fish slowly but surely and put them in that liner bin for a couple of days stay while we corrected the problem. And so here's what the tank looks like today, ready to be replaced, and lo and behold, we have a new tank. This is the new pie-shaped corner tank that replaced the old pentagonal 46-gallon. This is 54-gallon, and it's amazing to me how much larger this feels and looks. Pam has done an amazing job of the landscaping, and we have our usual collection of fish in here, not the least of which is a large school of neons. There's about 20 neons in here, and when I added the last 10 from the other tank, all of a sudden they seem to be more skittish and less coming out. But you can certainly get a feel for them here. But they were actually schooling across the front of the tank in this new environment. It really came across great. We felt we needed something along the line of some large angelfish to really make this tank. And so I moved two of our black angels into this tank, and you get some feel for that here. These two are beautiful and they're growing nicely. So we have 5 angels in the other tank, and these two against that very nice banana plant, which seems to be harder to come by these days, but we've been finding more and more down in Ocean at the Aquarium Center here in New Jersey. That betta still doing very well. Gorgeous red and blue coloration. My frustration is I don't have enough tanks to satisfy the desire for bettas that I get when I go to like the Hidden Reef over in Pennsylvania, in Bristol area, that are so gorgeous these days and such a reasonable price. Even the crown bettas were just $3.99 yesterday when we were over there. And then this pair, they are just at it all the time. I think they're Platyvariatus types, although the tuxedo side of them certainly gives it a different look. All of the black mollies here are homegrown and continue to do very well, although not getting as big as the original parents were. But the orange of the platy certainly goes nicely against the black of the black mollies. And then yesterday we wanted to offset the black of the angelfish with these two blushing white angels that you see here. Obviously much smaller than the black angels. But I am very much like the contrast of the white versus the black, so that's what we did. The plantings here are still fairly new. The Java fern filling out the rock structures, and the hornworth in the background there from some plantings we got down at the aquarium in Ocean, New Jersey. And then of course we have the anacris over there in the left hand corner down by the neons again. And this tank really lends itself to that one Amazon plant right in the center there. And so that's our new tank. Very pleased with it. Can't get over the difference of what seems like it should be about the same dimensions, roughly. But pretty cool, pretty cool. Very, very pleased with it. And again, I couldn't get over how much I'm enjoying the neons, which way back in history with my good friend Ray, his mother one time set up a tank of just neons, and it was so amazing. For a pair of kids who could buy 1 or 2 fish at a time, she bought what I thought were 50, he said there were 20, in a small tank that she had on her mantelpiece, which was just amazing at the time. And again, it's amazing how over these past, 60 years, those stories have changed, and Ray's got much better recollection of the facts, and my stories are better than his stories because they're not based on fact. Anyway, there's about 20 of those neons now, and I am so pleased with how they look in here. But like I said, they tend to be hanging out in the undergrowth here, as opposed to schooling like they were the other day. Don't know what that's about. We also have a very nice collection of 7 catfish. And there's also a loach in here that you'll see once in a while. See the one catfish coming across the front of that plant. And sometimes, oh, there's the loach way over in the corner here. Let's see if I can catch her for you. He's always in the structures there, just getting at whatever food is falling down there. And so that's our new bow front pie-shaped corner tank. And like I said, I couldn't be more pleased with how it just looks great. It's about 4 days from setup time, and I just sit here just totally enjoying the looks and feel of this. Look at the contrast between the black angels and the bright red and blue of the neons, and then of course you have, as I said, those 2 Platyvariatus tuxedos. Anyway, just wanted to share our newest adventure. That's our Christmas present to each other, and I couldn't be more pleased. Oh yes, forgot to tell you, we got 3 pearl gouramis in there. One just came out and scooted to the back again. Wonder if I put some food in there, they'll do what they did before. Hold on just 1 second while I go get some hatchery food that really brought the neons out before. Let's see if that'll bring out especially the pearl gouramis for you. once that food starts drifting down, we should see some activity. Have those neons all come out. Yeah, you can see more and more of them coming out now. Not doing what they did before. When the food dropped down before, they all went helter-skelter all over the place. But you certainly get a feel for the size of the school just in this shot. I thought the pearl gouramis would come out, but they're not. Take my word for it. There's 3 beautiful pearl gouramis just added in there yesterday. Same time we added those angels. There's one of the pearl gouramis just hiding underneath that banana plant. Let's see if we come out. Nope, going back the other way. But you can catch a school of catfish over here. Like I said, there's 7 altogether. Of course, you have the contrast of the bright orange platies against the black mollies. Big pleco down the corner has got beautiful finnage. Ugly looking fish, but beautiful finnage. Five beautiful angels in this particular bow tank. A lot of tetras in this particular tank. Also, some nice swordtails. Look at the fins on that, huh? Again, some of those homegrown black mollies. in a school of Serpe. Love the swordtails. Speckled underside of that pleco. And here's that large upside down catfish that we got as a baby, and now it's 10 years later and he's huge. Not often that I can capture him on film, but here he comes, so we got a unique opportunity. Look at the finish on him, especially the tail, huh? Here in the office tank, I've thinned it out a little bit, moving some of this fish out in the other tank like you saw. But we just added 2 koi swordtails in here yesterday. And female was very heavy pregnant, and this tank, there she is, this tank does well with plenty of plant growth to protect the babies, so I thought I'd give her a chance here and see what happens. There's the male, very different coloration than I've seen before, and the neons were doing well in here too, and I had a nice school of about a dozen or so. And so yesterday I thinned out the plantings to move a bunch of those neons out into that new corner bow tank, as I call it. And so there's still 6 in here that I didn't bother fighting to catch. And we'll see how they make out. There's that koi swordtail female. And these are all black mollies from the tank here being raised, and there's quite a few new babies up there. Original parents were huge, but these don't get that big. There she is again. I love this tank. This is my office tank, and so when I'm in here working, as I often am, it keeps me company and it's a distraction. Nice distraction. There's that pair. See the heavy black gravet spot indicating that she's ready to give birth. So I'm hoping the plantings here will help protect the young, and maybe we'll have a population of koi swordtails in the future, huh? Mostly Java fern and hornworth in this particular tank. The hornworth sits up at the top and gives protection to those young. And so it was really overgrown, and so just the other day I took most of it out and put it in the other two tanks, and then just left enough here to really give some protection, as you can see, to what are literally maybe 30, 40 babies of the black mollies and a couple guppies.